I took revenge on my ex-father-in-law by sleeping with his girlfriend. I always had a great relationship with my ex-father-in-law, who I'll call Jose. He had 3 children, Gerardo, Karen, and Diana. Gerardo and I were close friends in school, practically inseparable, until one day he suddenly transferred schools and our contact faded. Years later, when I was 21, I reconnected with him through social media, and that's when I also reconnected with his sister, Diana. Diana had always had feelings for me. She was 2 years younger than me, and before long, we started dating and eventually moved in together. What I didn't know at the time was that Diana struggled with substance abuse. I only realized the extent of it when she got pregnant. I know what people will say, that I should have left. But when you're in love, you convince yourself that love will be enough, that you can help someone change, that becoming a parent will fix everything. I was wrong. Over time, Diana became aggressive and physically violent. Around that same period, Jose was living with a woman his age named Tanya, and as far as I knew, they had a stable, long-term relationship. That changed when Gerardo introduced a girl named Mariana, someone he was casually seeing. She was hard-working, kind, and only 19 years old, the same age as Diana at the time. Gerardo eventually broke things off with her, and shortly after that, Jose left Tanya, his partner of many years, and moved in with Mariana instead. By the time I met Mariana properly, Diana's pregnancy was already near its end. Soon after, Diana's health worsened, and I temporarily left the state with my family for personal reasons. During that time, my family begged me to leave Diana. But I wanted a family. I wanted her to change for our child. Another mistake. Eventually, I moved back into Jose's house. At that point, the living arrangement was strange, to say the least. Jose, Mariana, Diana, and I were all living under the same roof. Mariana and I became close friends. Too close. At some point, I discovered that Jose was cheating on Mariana with his ex, Tanya. I chose to ignore it. I told myself it wasn't my problem. Then, when my son was 4 months old, everything collapsed. Mariana sent me a message telling me that Diana had been cheating on me in my bedroom, in my bed, the same bed where I slept with my son. Suddenly, all of Diana's late nights and excuses made perfect sense. But that wasn't the worst part. What broke me completely was finding out that everyone knew. Jose, Gerardo, Karen, even neighbors on the block. No one told me. While Diana was bringing her lover into my bedroom, Jose was calmly drinking coffee in the living room with Gerardo and Mariana, and she would walk the guy out like it was nothing. I felt utterly betrayed. Jose wasn't just my ex-father-in-law. I saw him as a second father. And he chose to protect his family's silence over my dignity. I fell into a deep depression and said nothing. Because Mariana had told me the truth about Diana and about other men, I eventually confessed to her that Jose was cheating on her with Tanya. We didn't confront him. Instead, something toxic and impulsive happened. Mariana and I became lovers. I know how that sounds. I know it was wrong. But in that moment, logic disappears. All you want is revenge. Validation. Control over something. Whenever Jose and Diana were out working, Mariana would come to my room, or I'd go to hers. That secret affair lasted a little over a year. Eventually, Mariana wanted us to run away together. I told her yes, but instead, I left with my family and my son and cut contact completely. No one ever found out about our affair. As for Mariana, she reached out later, asking me to continue what we'd planned. She never understood that what we had was never love, it was revenge. I'm sharing this story for a reason. Many men, like I once did, believe they can save a partner who is struggling deeply. Psychology teaches us that addiction is an illness, one that requires professional treatment, consistent support, and most importantly, the person's own decision to change. Love alone is not enough. No matter how much you give, how much you sacrifice, or how many chances you offer, if the person doesn't choose help and commit to change, the cycle repeats. Revenge may feel like an escape like it did with Mariana. But the real escape isn't revenge. It's breaking the pattern. Leaving the place that keeps hurting you. Building a life where you don't have to justify betrayal, abuse, or pain just to feel worthy of love. And as hard as it is to accept, sometimes the bravest decision isn't staying to fix someone, it's leaving to save yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like and subscribe.